The feds just watched the Cat Williams interview about P. Diddy, and they just learned more about Diddy. They coming after him now to get him for all of the new allegations from Cat Williams. He's been trying to tell people for years and years and years, man. Diddy's about to get what he deserves. Everything that was done in the dark is about to come to light, and the justice for Tupac, Kim Porter, Biggie Smalls, and a lot more people is finally about to come together, man. Once Cat Williams and 50 Cent link up and they really take on and actually speak with Sugeknight and try to get the justice for Tupac, man, because everybody's right now is looking at it like, dang, we can't believe that Cat Williams been trying to tell us this whole time about P. Diddy. Even Tupac warned us about P. Diddy. And this is the reason why a lot of people, if y'all supporting and you want to get the justice and you just heard what's going on, I want you to comment down below 222. Let me know what you think about P. Diddy. Like the video and subscribe to the channel, because the justice for everybody is about to come now. And people like Cat Williams, they not scared no more. They coming straight forward. They don't care what P. Diddy thinks, man. They're telling it exactly like how it is, because it's been way too long now. And the secrets is up, man. Everybody knows what's really going on, man. And they about to come forward and shed light on this whole entire situation. I want to send my condolences to Kim Porter. If you rocking with Kim Porter, put the RIP Kim, put the 222s in the comment section and everything like that. And this is finally coming to this whole thing. People been waiting for this, man, because a lot of times they thought they knew Diddy had something to do with a whole lot of stuff that's been going on through the whole entire hip-hop history. This is the things that Mike Tyson been warning us about, what 50 Cent was really talking about, and what Gene Deal has been saying the whole entire time. Cat Williams just came up on the big interview and really just laid it out there for everybody to hear. Now it's no secret. Diddy's jig, his whole run is up, man, and the feds, they're not playing no more, man. They see what happened to everybody. It's too many victims for them to just sit aside and let this keep running along. And after all of these years, man, after all the people, Cassie, Jennifer Lopez, all the exes, Diddy's been treating a lot of people really wrong, man, and they finally is actually coming out and sharing the information. You see what happened to Cassie. You see what happened to Kim Porter. You see what happened to a lot of the people who was really around P. Diddy, and they thought that they was trying to come up with him, but he was trying to use them and leave them in the dust, man. And at the end of the day, people really got to realize that it's every man for themselves out there. You can't really be trusting everybody, especially the celebrities or whoever want to be called the boss man and have that control over you, man. And that people got to realize that this has been going along with P. Diddy forever. He really got a lot of people duped. He told them and showed them and made it look like he was this fun person, all dancing and being like that. But whole time, once you walked into his mansion and he closed that door behind you, this was going to be totally different. And this is what Cassie had to find out the hard way. I wish Jennifer Lopez would have at least warned a lot more people, man. She kind of did by leaving him and kind of putting people on to hey, y'all need to look more deep into it. But a lot of people realized that he was a trickster. You see what happened with Tupac, man, and Keefe. That dude, he's taking the stand right now as we speak, because he's asking to get the house release and everything. The only way they're gonna allow that is if he gives up the information to actually get Diddy in trouble for all of this stuff, since he's claiming that's the guy who really put the whole plan together to do all of this stuff. With the Tupac case, they know that Keefe D's gonna be the guy that gets them to the main person in this whole entire RICO that we've been looking out for. And now that he's coming to the court, he's coming to the judge and he's begging him, let me out at the house, let me wear the ankle detector monitor, and I won't do nothing. And they're saying we'll give you that in exchange for the testimony and the witness statements about what you actually have knowledge on P. Diddy about. And you need to elaborate more on the $1 million hit and so on and so forth. This is what they're going to be asking of Keefe D in order for him to get lesser time or reduced sentence, or to go home early, or to be on some type of ankle monitor or whatever, right? And they're not just going to let him get that for nothing, man. And when they get Diddy and bring him in, a lot of people think that he's gonna go and tell on Jay-Z or somebody else, because there's always going to be people who was in cahoots with them. There's always going to be people who's been working with somebody. It's not no situation as lone wolf. There was a lot of people to benefit off of like the downfall, the demise of Tupac, Biggie, and all of that, because you realize that after Biggie was gone, guess who came up next? Jay-Z. Exactly. And so what you guys gotta realize at the end of the day is that this whole entire thing, man, it's a situation where there's so many people involved, and we just need the justice to come for the Tupac, the Biggie Smalls, the Kim Porter, all of the families affected. Like, we send in our condolences really to Tupac's mother, the brother, Biggie Smalls' mom, and literally like anybody who's actually been greatly affected by being a victim of the Diddy situation and all of this, because that $30 million that he paid to Cassie, the $10 million and the $25 million under the table to all the other people, it's not enough to cover basically the feelings that they had, the opportunities they lost. This is just to basically it don't even it all the way 100%, but this is what he's like getting the consequences of doing those actions, is that he had to pay the money. But even all the money in the world don't fix what happened to these people. You have to realize, you have to feel for these people, because they were led to believe one thing, and then once they gave their trust into it, a whole completely different plan was unleashed on them. And this is why you have to basically move very swift and your head on a swivel. You can't just be going out here trusting everybody, thinking that, oh, all these people like P. Diddy are gonna put you on and just always put you ahead of them. That's not how it goes. They're gonna put themselves ahead of you. The selfishness, the jealousy, the envy, the greed, it all really plays into a role with this whole entire ordeal in this situation, because at the end of the day, you gotta realize that this whole thing, man, is mano y mano. Diddy wanted to be the top dog of the whole entire like community, East Coast, hip-hop, whatever you want to call it. He wanted to be the big macho man of it all. He wanted to be the big boss man. He don't want to have nobody on the same level as him. And so in order for him to do that, he basically had to use the people, step on them, and do all of the things that he did. And this is why a lot of people think that he deserves what he's getting, because he's a grown man. He knows he shouldn't have did that. He knows he was in the wrong, and a lot of people is calling him out for it. And they, like people like 50 Cent, people like Mike Tyson, he's trying to get his ones with him, and all of them was basically saying, you need to watch out for this man. And this is the reason why this whole thing goes back to the fact that Tupac and Biggie Smalls, man, if they knew what was happening, they should have got away from that situation ASAP, man. Like, Biggie Smalls should have really got away with Diddy, like got away from him as soon as like Gene Deal started to notice all of these things. But everything was kept quiet behind closed doors. Basically, they was really plotting on setting up Biggie. They was really like orchestrating to set up Tupac, and this whole entire thing was a big setup. Like, them two dudes, it wasn't for no reason that they ended up not being here. And it, like, when they found out, okay, who would have did this, who would have planned this and that, and then they got the information from Keefe, and this was the shocking detail that basically revealed to the whole entire world and to the feds that this whole thing led back to the fingers pointing all at P. Diddy. And this came directly out of Keefe D's mouth. He said that Diddy called them, he paged him, he had Von Zip get a hold of Keefe D. They put them on the phone with each other. He said, if Pac gotta get out the way, if Biggie gotta get out the way, he was telling them about how he's gonna send the $1 million check. Y'all need to start looking for Tupac, so on and so forth. This is how it went down. Gene Deal overheard this whole entire conversation. He was coming to let P. Diddy know that Cassie ran out of water and everything like that, and then boom, that's when he realized that, oh snap, Diddy's talking with somebody in the background. He was just trying to tell him about how it was like somebody at the door or whatever like that, right? This is how the situation went. It was like something was going on. Gene Deal was supposed to go upstairs to Diddy's office, and he was gonna tell him like, hey, so-and-so's here, right? And basically, once he was walking down the hallway, he could hear through the glass door to the office that it was a conversation. Diddy was yelling. He was like, I want you to take care of him right now. Get Pac out the way. This is when Gene Deal, he slid back against the bookshelf and he overheard the whole thing about Keefe D was like on the phone basically like, you gonna send $1 million for real? And then this is when he was like, yup, and I'm gonna get on Biggie too. And this is when Gene Deal started to realize, he's like, man, the person I'm working for is not who he led us to believe he is, man. And that's when this whole entire thing turned into a situation to where, like, he didn't know whether he should speak out or not. And that's why he's speaking out so much right now, because Gene Deal wishes that he would have warned everybody earlier and stuff like that. Like the boy who cried wolf or whatever, he didn't want to end up like that dude. And so once he heard what was going on, this was exactly like what put the pretty much the pin drop to the whole entire thing. He was like, oh snap, that's what's going on. That's why the East Coast West Coast beef is heating up so much. It's like got everybody in a trance. And so basically from that moment on, this is why Gene Deal speaks out. This is why Cat Williams came forward. This is why 50 Cent has been saying things this whole entire time. And now we about to really find out what's going to happen next, if Diddy's going to respond to all of them, and what happens with this whole entire case, the indictments that are coming. Are they going to put the RICO on Diddy, or is he just going to end up doing the trials one by one for Cassie, for Tupac, for Biggie? This thing is to be continued. I need to subscribe to the channel, like and comment. Peace.